Welcome to the Franklin and Allum show. I'm this week's host, Ben. In this episode, we are going top 3 sitcom characters. Joining me as ever are my co-hosts, cohorts, colleagues, co-conspirators. It's Kev and Dave. I'm going to try and go a little bit different and not your favourites as such, but one of the ones that when they pop up, you go, oh, I like that guy, I like that guy, I like that guy. But before that, how you been? How you doing? How was your week?
I've been all right. I got told very recently that I look like David Silver.
I should say for people watching, Dave told him that he looked like David Silver about 4 minutes ago. So technically correct, but
yeah. It's the very definition of news.
It's hot off the press.
Yeah. Other than that, not a lot really.
No, not a lot. I had to rush out just before this because my daughter wanted steak and chips for tea, not pasta. This is unbelievable. I don't know what I've created there.
Can you trick her and reshape a beef burger? Does she think that? Will she?
No. They're not that stupid these days. They're too switched on.
Not when it comes to what they want. With other things, they're fucking thick. You know, they are. They know nothing. You know nothing of the world or of my struggle, my daily fucking struggle that I go through to do everything for you. You either know or you just don't care. Probably you don't care. You don't care.
I spoke to Poppy yesterday, and she was telling me about there's monsters in her bedroom.
Cool.
So I said, really? She went, yeah. It gets pretty intense. So you think you got it bad? She's got monsters. She
has. Yeah, my daughter has monsters under her bed. What's taking your eye this week?
News taking my fancy this week.
What you looking at?
Sports. I'm pretty into the NFL right now.
Get some pants.
Yeah, fucking Jets there yesterday. I thought they might actually fucking win a game, but
it looks like they're just deliberately doing it.
You see, just out there in the fucking Jets are the new Browns. Jets are the kids Browns, man.
It's terrible.
I've heard a theory about, or I heard somebody talking about the theory of players tanking a season to get a better draft. And they said, well, the organisation might want that, but the players don't, because generally speaking, unless you're a star, you're playing season to season for your contract.
Right.
Now, if you don't perform, you get cut. So it's impossible for players to purposely tank a season because they'll be out of a job. Interesting, I thought.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great season. There's some really good fucking teams. Really good teams. Steelers look great. Mahomes and the fucking Packers. I don't know how the Packers lost yesterday, maybe, I think. Just no. Business. 7-3 now? 8-3.
Just talking about the Steelers, it's been bugging me for ages who Ben Roethlisberger reminds me of, and it occurred to me yesterday. It's Dave. You have got a little bit of the Ben Roethlisberger about you.
Okay.
Not the road rage allegations. None of that. You just look like him.
Yeah. I fear his lawyers are better than ours. So let's skip that. Love you, Big Ben. We love you. He's been.
I said allegations.
He's been great.
Alleged.
He's been great. Just goes about it season after season.
Yeah.
Very good, man. Very good. I'm loving Zlatan, man. Zlatan scored twice yesterday. Another 2 against Napoli. What is he? Fucking 174 years old now.
Yeah.
Top scorer. I've got the top 3. Zlatan on 10, Ronaldo on 8, and Lukaku on 7. And it's just
top scorers in Serie A.
In Serie A. How old is Zlatan now? How old is Zlatan? Let's just look this up.
It's got to be 30.
36. I'm going to guess 36.
36. 81. Fuck me. 39.
He's 39?
39 years old. Fucking top scorer at 39. Man's a monster.
No.
The man's a beast. Don't fucking...
He is.
Serie A. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah, I
Fucking great. I'm not being funny. Like a prime Zlatan. If you wanted to win the league, if you wanted to win the league, you bought Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He would win the league wherever he went.
You cut me off before I finished making my point.
Okay.
All I was going to say is there are a lot of players who play beyond the age of 40 in that league.
Right. And why is that? Why is that?
Diet and training.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Like you look at the Milan players that played well into their late 30s. Nesta, Maldini, Inzaghi. You know, they all was it the what they call it, the Milan, like the lab, something like the lab or something like that. But even at Inter as well, like Zanetti played until he was like crazy old. I know the game's different there, right? I know the game's different, but you know. Yeah,
it is different, but they were ahead of the game, weren't they? Like you say, in terms
39 years old. Milan doing well.
29.
I'm really pleased to see Milan doing well as well. I think it's a really good thing. It's a really good thing for Serie A, and it's a really good thing for European football as well.
I agree.
Football is a better place for a good AC Milan side, I think.
I've lost an awful lot of interest in football this season, which is weird because Liverpool finally win the Premier League and I didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird. I know.
I think Corona's got a lot to do with that. I think the no fans has got a lot to do with that. I think the way they've changed the Premier League, no two games kick off at the same time this season.
It's all over the place.
Stagger the games all over the place.
All over the place. And all the teams that don't normally do well are doing a lot better. Even Hasenhüttl said that he said that we're doing better because we haven't got fans in the stadium.
That's fucking crazy, right? But listen to this, right? It's it's 23rd of November 2020, 7:34. Just checking the football scores and fixtures today. Full time, Burnley 1, Crystal Palace 0. It's fucking 7:30 on a Monday night. A Premier League game shouldn't have finished by 7:30 on a Monday fucking night.
It's turned into what nobody wanted, which is it's literally just money.
Just right. The TV.
Exactly.
Yeah, it caused me.
Corona has shown the Premier League for exactly what it fucking is. They will rinse you at every fucking opportunity. They do not give a fuck. They do not give a fuck.
Klopp had a bit of a rant about that yesterday, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Did you see that, Ben? Saying that we've all had to adapt. The only people that aren't adapting are the TV companies because we've signed because the Premier League's signed a contract to show games at these times. We've all had to adapt. We've all had to change our training. We've all had to do all this. We go to the TV companies and they say, "Well, no, we've got a contract."
Right.
So you're going to kill the game?
No, you're killing the fucking game. The TV companies are killing the fucking game.
No, that's what I mean. It's like saying to the TV companies, you're killing the game.
Because we're probably going to have our best season ever as well, I reckon. Way we're playing.
The Saints are doing well.
Saints playing football was unbelievable.
Away at Wolves tonight.
Wolves tonight.
Optimistic?
2-0.
2-0?
Yeah.
All right. We'll edit that.
We'll see. We'll check that, won't we?
We can edit that accordingly.
Edit out.
There'll just be a cut, and Dave will have like a full beard, be wearing a red. Yeah. We're going to lose this 1-0. What are we doing this week? We're doing TV sitcom characters, right?
TV sitcom characters.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go on, Kevin. What you got?
Yes, I've had office romances, loads. Not here, another place I worked at. Good-looking ones as well. But they're not a good idea. Office romance is like shitting on your own doorstep. I've had loads of offers here, but I go, no way. Distracting. And that's actually one of the major arguments against letting gay men into the army. And I haven't got a problem with that. A gay man's not going to put me off. I can handle myself. But if we're in battle, is he going to be looking at the enemy, or is he going to be looking at me, going, ooh, you know, he looks tasty in his uniform? And I'm not homophobic, all right? Come around, look at my CD collection. You'll find Queen, George Michael, Pet Shop Boys. They're all bummers.
I'll tell you why I love that character so much. It's not just how brilliantly he's written. It's not just how perfectly delivered that is. It's that without Gareth Keenan, David Brent doesn't work. Right? David Brent is delusional, and he thinks he's hilarious. He thinks he's a performer. He thinks he's a cultured man. Everybody else in the office knows that he's not. We, the viewer, know that he's not. But the only reason he works is if he's got somebody to play up to, if he's got somebody to believe him as much as he believes himself. And that's Gareth. Otherwise, it's a whole office laughing at one person. But Gareth's character creates David Brent. That's why I think he's brilliant.
And everybody's worked with a Gareth, right? We've all worked with a Gareth, or we're friends with a Gareth, or we've got a Gareth as a cousin. You know, he's just so relatable. It's so nuanced. It's so subtle and clever, and you know, it's things like the custom car and the TA.
Yeah,
you know, it's so well.
Gareth investigates. That's one of my favourites.
You know,
actually, one of my favourite scenes is him and the IT guy when they're together.
I was just going to say the exact same thing, Dave.
It's so good.
No, I haven't seen that. Well, you haven't seen him fight Chuck Norris in Enter the Dragon? No, you've never seen Enter the Dragon. Oh, I've seen Enter the Dragon. I've seen him fight Chuck Norris in Wade.
It's so good.
Davey, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to choose for my third in my list.
You've changed, Del.
It was about time you did. Come on, we've got to go down to market later on.
I mean, your personality has changed. I've seen a side of you I never knew existed.
You don't understand, Rodney.
You're right about that, Del. I mean, look at you last night. You was laughing, you was drinking. I mean, why didn't you just put your Boney M record on, Del? We could have had a good old knees up. It was Grandad. How could you get over it so easily?
Get over it? What a plonker you really are, Rodney. Get over it? I ain't even started yet. I ain't even started, bruv. And do you know why? Because I don't know how to. That's why. Survived all my life with a smile and a prayer. I'm Del Boy, aren't I? Good old Del Boy. He's got more bounce than Zebedee. Hey, pal, what you drinking? Go on. Hello, darling. You have one for luck. That's me. That's Del Boy, innit? Nothing ever upsets Del Boy. I've always played the tough guy. I didn't want to, but I had to. And I've played it for so long now, I don't know how to be anything else. I don't even know how to... Oh, it don't matter. Bloody families, I've finished with them. What do they do to you, eh? Hold you back? Drag you down? And then they break your bloody heart. Sorry.
I've gone for Del Boy. The reason I like Del Boy is it's probably the character's great, but it's more David Jason because he's so good and how he can switch from comedy and to the heartwarming moments. And that's what made Only Fools what was so special about it. It was the heartwarming moments, how they, you think back to when the granddad died and they actually kind of filmed a couple of days afterwards. So it was all raw, and then he did that monologue and they nicked the vicar's hat. It was genius. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was so sad, but then it was like, where's my hat gone? So Del Boy for me.
Yeah, he's a lovable buffoon.
Mm.
So he's an odd. Most sitcom characters are fairly kind of in one direction. They're either a buffoon or they're lovable or they're this or they're that. Del Boy can be simultaneously the coolest person in the room and the dopiest, depending on the situation he's in. So if he's with Boise and Trigger and Rodney, he's the coolest one. He's the brains of the outfit, but overall, he's an absolute doofus. So it's fairly unique that a character is the coolest person and the kind of heart of the piece, the coolest person, as well as the idiot, as well as the kind of figure of fun as well. There's not many characters that do that whole range, but Del Boy does.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a great character. So I noticed as well, he eats a lot when he's performing. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that. He's always got a sandwich or something on the go.
That's where Brad Pitt got it from.
Yeah. All right. I'm coming at it in a bit of a different way now.
Cigarette?
Yes, I know. Well, when I first heard the shot, and as I turned, Jim fell.
He's the teller, Frank.
But Jim Fell's the teller?
No, Jim Johnson.
Who's Jim Fell?
He's the auditor, Frank.
He had the flu, so Jim filled in.
Phil who?
Phil Din. He's the night watchman, Frank.
If only Phil had been here.
Now, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Twice came in and shot the teller and Jim Fell.
No, he only shot the teller, Jim Johnson. Fell is ill.
Okay, then after he shot the teller, you shot twice.
No, I only shot once.
Twice is the hold-up man.
Then I guess I did shoot twice.
Well, so now you're changing your story.
No, I shot twice after Jim fell.
You shot twice and Jim Fell?
No, Jim fell first, and then I shot twice once.
Well, who fired twice?
Once.
He's the owner of the tire company, Frank.
Okay. Once is the owner of the tire company, and he fired twice. Then twice shot the teller once.
Twice.
And Jim fell, and then you fired twice.
Once.
Okay. We think we know how he did it.
Oh, how he couldn't have done it. He hasn't been in for weeks.
Well, weeks.
Saul Weeks. He's the controller, Frank.
Frank Drebin, please squad. You know why? Because it's so fucking perfect. It's a bit like Del Boy, a bit like David Brent. It's quite rare for an American sitcom as well, in that the fact that he completely lacks fucking self-awareness, right? You know, he's completely fucking not in on how ridiculous he is. But he's played so well. It's so just completely obvious humor. It's just perfect joke, right? It's just joke, but delivered so deadpan. And Leslie Nielsen is so good, was so good, so good. So I'm going Frank Drebin. I love the opening scene. I love the police chase, the roller coaster. Yeah. Just different joke. You shouldn't have like a different joke in the opening like in the opening credits every week.
Every week.
Right? It's completely there's no other sitcom character like it.
No. Right. There are very few sitcoms like it, to be honest. It's flawless. Like you say, it's flawless. It's flawlessly written, it's flawlessly delivered. It is the perfect send up of that type of 70s cop show. It absolutely nails every aspect of those shows.
But no one got it, did they? That's why it didn't get more episodes. Because no one went, what the...
Yeah.
But yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So that's
brilliant. I love you got something on your face. Like
the whole banana.
Oh, it's so good.
It's just the continuous jokes, like the really Like the really tall guy. It's just
Really tall guy.
Yeah.
When he leans
silly.
over and you think he's talking into the microphone, but it's just a little small man.
So silly. It's so brilliant. And he's so serious about it. Yeah. Frank Drebin is it's great.
It's really good.
It's a great shout. That is a great shout because that is actually a top show. Now I'm thinking about it. Everything about it is just absolutely. Even the opening when it says it comes up saying a night at the museum or something, but the voiceover is completely different to what the title of the show is. It's brilliant.
Number 2.
Here we go.
I feel sorry for you zeros. But you know but this. What's going to live on after you die? I'll tell you, nothing. That's what. Oh, this is pathetic.
Can you, actually kill yourself with laxative pills?
I don't know, Neil, but I'm going to stay and find out.
I think I'm going up to my room for a bit.
This house will become a shrine. And punks and skins and rastas will all gather round and hold their hands in sorrow for their fallen leader. And all the grown-ups will say, but why are the kids crying? And the kids will say, haven't you heard? Nick is dead. The people's poet is dead. And then one particularly sensitive and articulate teenager will say, other kids, do you understand nothing? How come Rick be dead when we still have his poems? And another kid will say...
Rick from the Young Ones.
Brilliant. Good choice.
The Young Ones, for I think people our age, the Young Ones was it was like a bomb. It was an awakening. It how something could be that anarchic and be on TV, and that mania that goes through that show is all because of Rick. It's an absolute tour de force from Rick Mayall. And similar to David Brent in a way, what drives Rick's kind of manic anger is he doesn't understand why nobody else can see how brilliant he sees himself. Like, he's just so frustrated with the world. He's just so frustrated with everything that it just drives that constant mania, and it's just a perfect performance as well.
It was one of those shows that, and him particularly, like you say, it was just made you, it was right. You felt grown up watching it at the time as well, because there was no, I hadn't seen anything. I was watching Danger Mouse and stuff like that probably, and then all of a sudden, late night BBC Two. What the? It's
a weird kind of thing, because you're right. You kind of felt grown up watching it, but at the same time, it was something that was completely ours. It didn't belong to our parents. It was something that they didn't get and we did. So you kind of feel a lot older, but at the same time, you're not watching the same things that your parents are. Yeah. It's the first time I remember watching anything like comedy and getting something that was mine, like, if you know what I mean. That it wasn't something your parents introduced you to or you liked or was funny because other people laughed at it. It was something yours for the first time.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And it's ridiculously stupid.
It's just silly funny.
Most of the silliness comes from Rick's inability to grasp that he's a fucking idiot.
Brilliant. My number 2 is
Hello, IT? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Okay, well, the button on the side, is it glowing? Yeah, you need to turn it on. The button turns it on. Yeah. You do know how a button works, don't you? No, not on clothes.
Hello, IT. Yaha. Have you tried forcing an unexpected reboot?
No, there you go. No, there you go. I just heard it come on. No, that's the music you hear when it comes on. No, that's the music you hear when it... I'm sorry, are you from the past?
You see, the driver hooks a function by patching the system call table, so it's not safe to unload it unless another thread's about to jump in there and do its stuff, and you don't want to end up in the middle of invalid memory. Hello?
Oh, really? Well, why don't you come down here and make me then? Huh? What, you think I'm afraid of you? I'm not afraid of you. You can come down here any time and I'll be waiting for you. I told her. Oh, God, it's about time you got back. It's been all go.
You had a job?
Girl on 5th.
Did you and her hit it off?
Define hit it off.
Did she continue talking to you once you'd fixed her computer?
No.
Roy from the IT crowd. I never get tired of watching the IT crowd. I absolutely love it. I think the character itself is a good play on the Irish without being very stereotypical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I related to him. I don't think it is. I see Mrs. Brown Boys as being
lazy cliche.
Yeah, lazy. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And
Roy's
probably derogatory to Irish.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love it. I think there was a certain physicality to him as well. He was very good at the physical side of the comedy, and he brought that. Well, personally, I kind of related to him because clearly he wasn't very good at what he did. He was okay, and that's kind of me. I'm okay at lots of things.
Perfect. You know? 6.5 out of 10 every week. Right?
But whilst he's only okay at what he does, he's massively underappreciated in that office. So at the same time as only being okay, he's still underappreciated, which drives that kind of angst and laziness. Very good. I very nearly, for my top 3, I thought about choosing Moz.
I like Moz. I think the IT crowd itself is a pretty almost perfect show. It's really good. It captures everything about... Before I started at SSE, I worked at the AA for a bit, and I worked in IT, and the IT department was actually down in about exactly the same as that. It was unbelievable. It was bang on. Whoever did the research was spot on with that. There you go.
Yeah, there's every episode of the IT Crown is a bit of a whirlwind. It's kind of like a really traditional sitcom in that lots of really ridiculous things happen. And the resolution of almost every episode is a callback to something that happened.
It's fast, right?
Yeah.
It's fast, but
that's what
the writing is so good and it's so clever, and the performances are so astute and perfect. It's great. It's just great. Yeah.
Even when I know we're not talking about the character, we're talking about the show here, but when Renham left and Matt Berry came in to replace him, you're like, how are they going to do that? And then he just go, Father! Boom! But what an entrance.
Father!
And still one of the best lines ever performed in any sitcom is, God damn these electric sex pants.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, maybe we should
Berry, man. We could do a whole not just an episode. We could do a whole fucking series on the genius of Matt Berry. He's amazing. Right,
what you got, Ben?
What are you going there? It's a bit of crack. Crack?
crack, Superhands?
Relax. It's not Blue Peter. It's a nice little relaxing smoke of crack. I'll tell you what, that crack is really Moorish.
Superhands. Boom.
Oh.
Fucking perfect. Unprecedented. You know, most in sitcoms, most like bad guys come, you know, like the bad characters kind of come good. They have a little bit of that. No, he's just cunt all the way through it, really, you know. And he's great. He's so funny. Superhands. And just I've never seen any didn't like it all since as well.
Yeah, he's the writing for him is brilliant again, but he's the perfect.
It's kind of twitchy, kind of wiry, you know.
Perfect absolutely perfect casting. He's every episode, every Superhands heavy episode of Peep Show is the best episode. If you were to compile a list of the best episodes of Peep Show, Superhands would feature in most, I think, most of the top 10. And so, like, just some of the lines the way he delivers them, when he gives up drugs, and he's explaining to Mark and Jez how he copes with withdrawal, like all the other things he's doing. It's like, you know, he's got really into olives and knitting. Yeah, do a lot of knitting. I'm knitting like a fucking electric man. That's a
great call out. Both of yours are completely left field. I wouldn't have actually even thought about picking either of those. Fair play.
Go on, Dave, what's yours? Oh no, you've done yours, haven't you?
Yeah. Round to you.
Going on to three. Round 3.
Right, we're gonna take a little break if that's all right for 1 second. I just need
to talk to our sponsors.
Well, coming back after these messages from my beer. If you're interested, you can throw some my way. Hey, no, what is that coffee that you're drinking, by the way?
Oh.
Oh, I see. And we can buy that anywhere, can we?
You can buy this at any Costa coffee, even though it is an espresso coffee that's in the cup. An espresso. Do you love an espresso?
Of course, if anybody, I might as well get on this as well. If anybody's interested, then I'm very partial to
water.
Number 3.
Who is it? Me?
It's me. Ready, Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3.
Number 3 for me. I was trying to find a clip. But there's just so many. I could not narrow it down. Number 3.
Haddly diddly.
Greetings, friend. Do you wish to look at...
It was that darn recording again.
Of course it was. It's been calling all night. Just unplug the phone.
Haddly
Greetings, friend.
Dang.
I told you to unplug the phone.
But it could be my mother. Shoot!
That is it, Ned. If you don't unplug that phone right now, you're sleeping on the lawn.
Will you two shut up? People are trying to sleep.
Homer Simpson.
Shout.
Consistently funny in just about every single episode of The Simpsons and has been for 30 years. That's it. I can't say any more.
Yeah. Can't really argue with that. Yeah, it is consistent.
There you go.
What do you think about all of the where they reckon they were predicting the future in The Simpsons? Load of our bollocks?
Yeah, it could be. Are you asking me if predicting the future is real, Dave?
What do you think about all of the the allegations of like the Me Too thing with Homer? What do you think about that? Apparently, he's not a nice guy in real life.
Who, the real Homer Simpson?
Yeah. I'm not Dan Castellaneta. No. He's really lovely. He's a really nice guy.
What do I think about them predicting the future? When you look at the amount of episodes there are of The Simpsons, they're going to have got one or two things right, aren't they? just by sheer scattergun approach of
right.
Whereas something like the Jetsons got it completely wrong.
Exactly, rubbish.
Yeah, they sort of locked into a specific.
Yeah.
very, very specific. Yeah, we'll all be
themselves in. Yeah, box themselves in. There was, nowhere to go with that, is there? Once you
do you not want to cover the bases? Nah, space living, mate.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson's a good shout, actually. It's a good shout. Being the top.
Go on then, Dave. What have you got?
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. I must be out, or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
George, pick up. I know you're screening for Allison.
Hey.
So, coffee shop?
No, I can't. She knows I go there. It's not secure. Hey, I got another call coming in. I gotta let the machine get it. Bye. Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. I must be out, or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
George, are you there? I hate that stupid message. I know you're avoiding me. I'm at the office. Please call me. I've got to talk to you.
Hi, Allison. Oh, I guess you're not at home. I probably should have tried you at the office. Anyway, good to hear from you. Really looking forward to the ball.
I went for George Costanza because I absolutely love that character. The neurosis, the self-loathing, the way he will just do anything to get something over on someone. He'll lie, he'll cheat. It's absolutely brilliant. And just because I'm fairly new to Seinfeld, actually, it took me a while to get into it, as you're both well aware. But once I did, both me and Carly, we binged it, loved it. But the episode where, spoilers, I forgot the character's name, where she dies. He's just anyway, to the coffee shop. And it's just...
Susan. Is it Susan?
That's it, Susan. Yeah. Susan. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliant character.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Stole the show, arguably.
So what's interesting about the last couple of choices is I thought along similar lines. So I thought about IT Crowd. I thought about George Costanza, and quite honestly, the only reason I didn't pick George Costanza was because I thought Ben would. And the way Ben reacted when you said George Costanza, I think he has picked him for his number three.
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I've had to change one on the fly, but it's not because of the character; it's because of the show.
Okay. Yeah, there are few better characters than George Costanza, I think.
Oh yeah.
In any show.
It's a really good comedic situations that he gets involved in. It's just genius.
He does righteous indignation better than just about anybody.
I like the way he talks about himself in the third person as well. George isn't happy. I like all that. George is getting angry. Great. There you go. That's my top character.
Right. I had to change it. I was going to go Ralph Wiggum. Because he's just so sweet and innocent. And literally everything he says, you laugh at. Literally everything he says, you laugh at. But I can't, because we've already had a Simpsons character. A Homer or somebody, apparently.
Not sure. Never heard of him.
So I'm going to go with Ron Swanson. No, I'm not.
Hey, Hey guys, what are you doing here?
Congratulations. You have won the award for Best Man.
Full disclosure, I voted for Ryan Gosling, but you came in a close second.
Now, you've never been married, so you didn't get your own bachelor party. But let's look ahead.
The year is 2018. America is thriving under President Nick Cannon, and tomorrow, Chris Traeger's getting married.
Who's the lucky lady? Maybe she's an upbeat gal who's nuts about fitness.
Maybe she owns a juice bar in Snurling.
Maybe it's April. Maybe I die, skydiving explosion, and then you go marry April. And it makes me sad, but if she's gonna be with somebody, I'd like it to be you.
Strange, but sweet.
Only I didn't really die, I was faking it. And I come back. I spy on you from my red Corvette. And I'm planning to kick your ass, but I see how happy you make her, and I have to walk away. I have to. And I do, slowly, in a rainstorm.
Okay, this isn't really in the spirit of what we're trying to do.
But as time goes by, it eats away at me. You're out living it up with my wife, and I'm alone in a cave, training.
Anyone else want to chime in?
I thought you were my friend. I thought you were my friend!
Okay.
Andy Dwyer, Parks and Rec, is so... It's a bit like... He's basically Ralph Wiggum. He's so sweet and kind and funny and physically... Like, as a physical comic as well, he's just just physically, you look at him and you kind of smile and laugh, right?
Yeah.
But he's so kind of nervous and tall and just like, he's just great, man. He's Chris Pratt is just hilarious. He's hilarious.
He's a puppy,
right?
Yeah, he's an absolute puppy. He too much energy and no real regard for what he's about to run into.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a joy. He's a joyful character.
I get the impression that he's not. It's like him. It's him almost. From some of the interviews I've seen of him in real, it seems like that's just him as well, which is kind of cool. It's just a naturally funny sort of person, I think.
He's got funny bones, right? Questionable religious beliefs, but to each his own.
Yeah.
Andy Dwyer. It's great. In a almost perfect TV show as well. It's almost perfect. It's just lovely. You can put it on and you can be hungover as shit and watch 3 episodes in bed and just feel warm and safe and not like you're going to shit yourself at any moment,
That's a really that safe aspect is a really good point. It's there's no nasty character, there's no nastiness in any of those episodes, and it creates a feeling that town and those people are real.
Yeah,
it kind of makes you want to be part of that.
In the way that The Simpsons does. In the way that The Simpsons does, it's just brilliant writing, great jokes, and it kind of jumps the shark a little bit in the last series.
Yeah,
kind of.
The special they released earlier this year was awful,
but they get away with it. They kind of get away with it. They can do it really because it was so good.
Yeah,
and there we have it. 9 great sitcom characters. We've obviously we've missed the obvious ones. You David Brent, Basil Fawlty, Hawkeye. Woody, Norm, Cliff. Fuck, we could do.
You could pick loads
characters from Cheers alone, But these are ours. Let's hear yours. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know yours. I just want to give a quick nod to a couple of honourable mentions. I'm going to go Will Arnett in Arrested Development.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
he's in my
Ross in Arrested Development. I'd also like to go the janitor in Scrubs, which is, I think, a great character. Phil in Modern Family.
Brilliant.
Another brilliant one.
I like Cam in that as well.
Cam,
The way he's so over the top.
and it's just amazing, right? But Mitchell as well.
Yeah.
We could do a whole episode on that, right?
That's a good TV show, Modern Family.
It's a great show, right? But most American sitcoms, fucking goes on for 4 series too long.
Went on a bit long, but it was a good. How they bowed out was good. I thought it was nicely done. Isn't it like isn't he in two of the most? What's his name? Al Bundy.
Yeah.
He's in 2 of the most popular sitcoms ever now, isn't he, or something?
Yeah.
What's his name? Ed.
It's O'Neill, but Ed O'Neill. But it took me a minute to get there because I kept thinking Ed Gain.
Serial killer, Wisconsin.
You don't want to get them confused.
Yeah. Well, it's because of the Ted Bundy connection. You see, it's
yeah.
Oh,
Al Bundy, Ted Bundy.
Also, Randy from My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
Again, sweet and stupid.
Yeah. Just my favourite joke from the janitor in Scrubs is, I don't believe in the moon. What do you mean you don't believe in the moon? I just think it's the back of the sun. That's just a great joke.
It is a good joke.
And my favourite in the kind of sweet spot of series of Modern Family, Lily's deadpan delivery and cutting remarks.
That got great in the later episodes, didn't it? That got really good. That got really good in the later episodes.
Yeah.
There's one of the pop-up characters, and I can never remember his name, but he plays the character of Pepper.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Nathan Lane.
That's it, Nathan Lane. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Right then, should we try and work these down quickly?
First round, who do we have? We had Frank Drebin, Gareth, and
Del Boy.
So can't vote for our own, right? So
can't vote for our own.
I'm going to go Gareth.
I'm going to say Frank Drebin because it's perfect and it's flawless and it was short-lived. Del Boy, as perfect as it was, there was a sweet spot and it got ridiculous towards the end. And the more ridiculous the show got, the less lovable he was as a character.
Well, they shouldn't have done those. They shouldn't have done those last 2 specials or 3 or whatever it was. They should have just ended it with them.
It should have ended. It should have ended 10 years before it ended. Really, falls.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I disagree completely.
The American one, the one when he played the mafia guy.
Yeah, that isn't that.
Whenever they go like extras sum this up perfectly. Whenever you do an episode in Spain, right, or America, or somebody like, put it this way, it wouldn't have been long before Del Boy found out he had a long lost sister, and it would have been David Jason in drag.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. The guy was too clever a writer. He wouldn't have gone down that.
It was great, right? Johnson.
Yeah. And possibly because I forgot about Police Squad, so I
forgot about. I'm going to go Frank Drebin as well.
So
just because he's a great character.
Leslie Nielsen goes through. All right.
Yeah.
Who do we have second round?
Rick, the young ones.
Roy from IT Crowd.
Can't even remember my second one. Who was my second one? Super Hands. Yeah, Rick. Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
So
I can't vote for my own.
Rick Mail. I mean, like if you look at British comedy in the 80s, the 2 standouts are Rick Mail and Rowan Atkinson. Okay, Rowan Atkinson is kind of renowned for the precision, vocal precision. You know, every line is delivered with just surgeon-like accuracy.
Yeah.
Okay. Rick Mail, the complete contrast of that is just a fucking explosion of energy and anger and shouting and violence. And yeah, he just fucking sparked everything. He sparked everything in our generation. He was amazing. Rick, Young Ones, completely preposterous. Yeah, he gets my vote for sure.
Agree. Cool. Final round.
George Costanza.
Homer Simpson. And Andy Dwyer. As much as I love Andy Dwyer, I think Ron Swanson's a better character. So just because of that, and because of how perfect George Costanza is, George Costanza gets my vote.
Yeah, hard to argue. It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue with it. He's brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah,
I picked Homer, I think.
Oh, our top three. George Costanza, Rick from The Young Ones, and Frank Drebin are the best three comedy sitcom characters of all time.
Do you know what? They're probably not. They're probably not. I'm thinking about it.
Well, now you've mentioned Brian Atkinson.
But it's what we've come up with.
Blackadder.
It's what we've come up with. So,
Baldrick.
So I thought about Blackadder.
Red Dwarf. I forgot about Red Dwarf.
Yeah, Blackadder, Red Dwarf, Hawkeye, Mork. You know, there's so many.
Yeah. Edmund Blackadder's not the funniest thing in each series. In each series, there's somebody funnier. And
definitely,
that's why
like Captain Darling is always funny. What's his name?
George in Ghost Force is just phenomenal. The Prince Regent.
Come on, melt shit.
Yeah, the Prince Regent is brilliant.
Queenie.
Flasher. What a character that was. Rick Mayall, wasn't it? Just bursting in and stealing every scene.
Kind of Blackadder's the thread that kind of goes through it, but there's somebody steals it in every episode or every series.
I think ours are good. And we picked them because they're funny to us. We're not just going.
Let's see yours. I'm sure you're gonna remind us of some that we've missed. Some glaring ones that we've missed. Like, personally, I didn't want to go the obvious David Brent, Basil Fawlty. You know, I didn't want to go down that obvious route. I wanted to go something that people would go, oh, fuck, yeah. I'm going to go and watch 9 hours of fucking Police Squad on YouTube. Let's hear yours. I want to hear yours. I want to hear what people come back with, because I'm sure there's stuff that we've missed. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of obscure shit from American stuff that we never got to watch in the UK. Archie Bunker or fucking Lucille Ball or whatever. Let's hear yours. Depending on your age and geographical location, let us know what you watched when you were younger. Let's hear it. So who are we going with then? Putting it down to one.
As a winner,
one.
Well, if we can't vote for our own, then I'm going to have to vote for George Costanza. Even though we all know it's Rick, really.
It's Rick. I don't know. Yeah. George Costanza's fucking great, man. It's basically Larry David, and we didn't even include Larry David in this. How fucked is that? We basically beat a caricature. Join us next episode where we fuck up a list again. What the fuck are we playing at?
We're good at this.
We're fucking shit. We are hot shit.
Well, hopefully it'll create a lot of debate in the comments.
I think we're getting a lot of buzz already. All right, I'm going Rick. If we have to pick one, I'm going Rick. Just from a personal thing. Join us next time. Thank you for watching, listening. Click like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap.
I think you did it on purpose because you know I've got a runny bottom. Shut up, Neil, shut up! Shut up, shut up! Shut! There's no one The most boring person in the whole world's finally getting a taste of his own medicine. Mrs. Vivian, why did you give him a girl's name?
Shut up, you girl!
He's incredible. I'm not a girl at all. You come in, Mike, or are you still talking to the old bag about your herpes? Well, there's a horrible farty smell in here, and it's definitely not from my bottom. I can't go to prison. I'm too pretty. I'll get raped. I'm so hungry I could eat my own earwax. And we all know how horrid that tastes. Right, kids? Well, tell me, Neil, who invented the internal combustion engine? Was it Porky the Pig? I don't think it was it? And the theory of relativity, was Pythagoras a pig? No. He was a Greek, wasn't he? So tell me, Neil, you're the expert. What's the major piggy contribution to civilization? Why don't you like me?
Because you're a complete bastard.
Vivian, I'm being serious.
So am I. You're a complete bastard and we all hate you.
I find that rather difficult to believe.